Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the EFCC, recently released names of 58 former governors who allegedly looted 2.187 trillion naira from the public treasury. And Peter Obi, the governor of Anambra State for 8 years, was not there. And it was not expected to be there, because Peter Obi is a man of integrity, a man of honor, a man of decency, a man of transparency and accountability. His name is not there and will not be there. It was a confirmation that Peter Obi is different from the pack. It was a confirmation of the reason why many Nigerians voted massively for Peter Obi in the last election. They wanted something different from the corruption of the People's Democratic Party for 16 years and the corruption of the APC for 8 years at that time. They wanted a change. Peter Obi was the change they wanted. But the Independent National Electoral Commission and all of them did the election the way they did it. And Nigeria is today paying the price for what happened on February 25, 2023, when, according to Lai Mohammed, the Independent National Electoral Commission deliberately stopped the transmission of the results from the polling units to the INEC archive. I'm not the one that said it. Lai Mohammed did. He claimed that they were doing that to avoid hacking. But there was no proof of hacking, because Amazon Web Services that provided the security for the website of INEC provided the necessary security, and they never reported there was any threat to the transmission of that result. Another proof that there was no problem with the transmission was that this Senate and House of Representatives election that took place the same day was transmitted with ease from the polling units to the INEC area, but only the presidential election. So that is it. So that's the price. Nigeria is paying the price of that, what happened on February 25, 2023. Now, in the list that was released by the EFCC of 58 governors and what they allegedly misappropriated, Peter Obi was not there, as I told you earlier on in the intro, and he's not expected to be there because we know him. Nigerians know him. That was why he's the rallying point right now of the opposition in Nigeria. But there is a man who Obasanjo described as the worst case scenario, whose name ought to be there, because Obasanjo, who appointed the first EFCC chairman, Nuhu Ribadu, has the copy of all the governors that were accused of corruption. Obasanjo has the file. And that man's name is not in the list. I will unveil it before the end of this video. So stay tuned. Now, before we go further on this, if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Now, the list that was released by the EFCC on former governors who have cases, who have case to answer, who are facing allegations of corruption is mind-boggling. You can imagine what 2.187 trillion can do to the economy of this country. And now this is the amount that some set of people, just some few Nigerians who by providence or whatever, they happen to become governors of states in Nigeria. This is what they have pocketed. And interestingly, which was also a mark of failure of the EFCC, is that no ex-governor among the EFCC's 6,981 convicts in 3 years, no ex-governor had been among those that were convicted in 3 years. So this is really sad. This is really sad that no ex-governor is among the EFCC's 6,981 convictions in 3 years. That is not a good report. That is not a good report at all. It is an indication of failure in the anti-corruption war in Nigeria. Only 4 former governors have been convicted in 21 years. In fact, some of the governors that were convicted have already been granted amnesty, sort of, by the last administration of President Muhammadu Buhari. So it means that really the anti-corruption war in Nigeria is not achieving the desired goal. The anti-corruption in Nigeria, anti-corruption war is not achieving the desired goals at all. It is not achieving it. So it's a sign of failure of governance, a failure of the anti-corruption war, a failure of the presidents who have pretended over this EFCC in the last over 20 years. That only 4 former governors have been convicted, and even 2 of the former governors were granted amnesty. It shows that we still have a long way to go. Nigeria still have a long way to go in the anti-corruption war or campaign. The most deceitful is this one of the last 8 years. You know, Muhammadu Buhari came to power that he came to fight corruption, but corruption was worse under his administration. And then you now have continuation of Muhammadu Buhari's administration in terms of APC. After Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is now the president, say he will continue, he will build on the foundation led by Buhari. So if he is building on the foundation led by Buhari, how do you expect corruption to improve? Anti-corruption war to improve under his administration? It's not likely to improve. But what is interesting is that after all that was said and done, their list once again confirmed that Peter Obi is a man of integrity, is a man to beat, and that is heartwarming, especially for those who are looking for a Nigeria in which it will be built on transparency and accountability instead of the lies and deceit we have been subjected to in the past 8.5 years of the All Progressive Congress. Now, to the question about who is this former governor who ought to be in this list and is not in the list. Who is that former governor who is conspicuously missing from that list released by EFCC? Because if EFCC had included this former governor, it would have made a lot of sense. But by that former governor missing in their list, It leaves a lot to be desired in the list that was released by the EFCC. Now, let me tell you about that man so that you know who he is. The man's name was very well spelled out by former President Olusegun Obasanjo in his book, My Watch. This is how Obasanjo described this man that is conspicuously missing from the list of corrupt ex-governors by the EFCC. Because by that name, that particular man not being in that list, it has left a lot of questions unanswered. But this is what how Obasanjo described this man. And I quote from his book, My Watch. You can go and verify. Obasanjo wrote, Nuhu Ribadu tried to investigate almost all of them to the best of my understanding. At a time, he publicly announced that 28 out of the 36 governors were either manifestly corrupt or had tainted in one way or the other. He gave me a copy of his report on those governors. This particular governor that is missing in the list, this is what Obasanjo said about him. He said, this man was definitely one of the worst cases. This man that is missing on the list of the 58 ex-governors that squandered over 2 trillion naira. He said, Obasanjo said that he was definitely one of the worst cases. Why is this man that is the worst case scenario of corruption by former governors not in the list? That is the gay leg in the list released by the EFCC of former ex-governors that they are investigating. And if you want to know the name of that man, go and pick a copy of My Watch and you will see him. And you will then know that these people are just playing with our intelligence. But the good thing is, they couldn't find something on Peter Obi. So the hope and trust of Nigerians on Peter Obi is not misplaced. That is the good news. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.